just having to compensate for people sitting in front of me. Did she push it over?
Wait, Sparrow.
Wait, sorry.
Start again.
Oh yeah, no problem, I can start again.
Thank you, Sparrow.
I'm gonna say it differently the second time.
Yay. Let there be light.
All this can be easily
Thank you, God.
explained. We rehearsed it like this, and so far it's going perfectly.
Yay.
We're trying to give you a sense of the anarchistic lifestyle as it is still being lived in certain remote corners of Lower Manhattan and in one or two apartments on the Upper East Side. And you know who you are that I'm talking about. So I'd like to welcome you, if it's not too dangerous, to the TULI KUPFERBERG 92nd birthday extravaganza reunion report and return. We may have had a few setup issues, but that is behind us. Our next performer was perhaps overly influenced by TULI KUPFERBERG's book, 1001 Ways to Live Without Working.
What about teaching you something?
Especially number 396, Steal Bread from Pigeons. I give you Michael Carter.
I think the one question
Usually I'm the last guy. But I want to watch my Mets and Jets today. So, this poem I wrote a few days after TULI passed away, and it is for TULI KUPFERBERG, and it's called The King of Nothing. TULI created so much nothing, you couldn't help but step in it. Piles of nothing, like a bloated cur crapping out on Delancey Street, announcing through a goofy grin, "Carpe diem, baby, that's the coming in." A little finch had whispered in his ear since 1964, while he was banging clang racket rhythm on an old stove iron manifold, tripping the light fantastic Libran air with a wincing squint and Cantor's burr. Nothing never sounded so weedy, so motherfucking momentous. Beneficent nihilist cheerfully embracing nothing, bearded beatnik existentialist into the moment, because that bastard that's coming in, yeah. You can barely smell it. This true child of the Lower East, radiant, a sun that burns fiercely until out, because the sun too knows it will die. Supernova, torch Uranus on fire, careen into the moon, into icy Neptune. But in the meantime, meaning and time can be so mean, time as fragile as any flower. You could sing to the rhododendrons, stick daisies in rifle barrels, or teach yourself thugging. Play a flute, take long walks. How many staring contests did you lose against the void? No pie in the sky but the one at our feet. Probably thrown by Aaron Kay at last night's party, or the Yippee Party, or Dalachinsky's birthday party, even without X-ray specs, saw through the self-evident absurdity of war, commodity capitalism, yada, yada, yada. Unwitting role model to legions of freaks and free-thinking wanderers whose humility bespoke vast and arcade knowledge. Crown prince of nothing, grown to leer like sage, in this old neighborhood where nothing will soon be anything like it was, your loss leaves so much more nothing, or maybe so much less. A huge, hollow sinkhole, a crater called KUPFERBERG, has swallowed the Lower East Side, disgorging nothing.
Yay, nothing. More nothing.
Michael. Take my name out of the poem, it'll be a perfect. Well, the last time I saw him was at one of your birthday parties. God, that must have been a
And now, thank you, Michael Carter. And now, the first actually satisfying American band since Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Deposit Returners. Test.
Thank you, Sparrow. We have a lot of material prepared. We've been doing these TULI KUPFERBERG songs and poems on his birthday for a number of years now as an annual event. I don't know how many other performers there are at this afternoon's TULI KUPFERBERG annual birthday memorial tribute show. So I'm almost tempted to say maybe we should just do 2 or 3 of our songs and then come back up later and do more, depending on if there's other. Well.
And Spencer also wants to watch LITZKY. Everyone's got to watch LITZKY.
Check. Check. kiss me as I leave. Song of the world, fly forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams. A rose in a stone. Chariots on the West Side Highway. Blues in the Soviet Union. Onions in Times Square. A Japanese in Chinatown. A soup sandwich. A Hudson terraplane. Chess in a Catskill bungalow. Awnings in Atlanta. Lewis Home Stadium in the blackout. Brooklyn, beneath the East River. The waves pass over.
Greenwich Village of my dreams. Song of the world flying forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams. Song of the world fly forth from dreams.
The Battery in startling sunlight. Klein's and Orbach's. Love on the Dole. Roosevelt not elected. Hoover under the 3rd Avenue L. Joe Gould kissing Maxwell Bodenheim and puffing on his pipe. Edna Millay feeling Edmund Wilson. Charlie Parker and Ted Jones talking in Sheridan Square Park, and it's cold, man. The Cedar Street Bar with cedars in it and authors crashing against the cedars.
Greenwich Village of my dreams. Song of the world fly forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams.
The Chase Manhattan Bank closed down for repairs to open as the new Waldorf cafeteria. Lionel Trilling kissing Allen Ginsberg after great reading in The Gaslight. The Limelight changes its name to The Electric Light and features Charlie Chaplin as a swinging waiter. Edgar Allan Poe becoming the dentist in the Waverly Dispensary and giving everyone free nitrous oxide high. Lewis getting thrown out of Lewis's.
Song of the world fly forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams.
San Remo stepping up to the bar and asking for a wet martini. The Charleston on Charles Street, featuring my sister Eileen and the Kronstadt Sailors. Max Eastman and John Reed buying Gungawala hashish candy at the German Delicatessen on 6th Ave and West 4th Street. Tourists bringing pictures to sell to artists in their annual disposition. Civilians telling cops to move on.
Greenwich Village of my dreams. Song of the world fly forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams. Song of the world fly forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams.
Coffee houses that sell brandy in their coffee cups. Eugene O'Neill insisting on coffee. John Barrymore in Off-Broadway Hamlet, Walt Whitman cruising on McDougal, Ike and Mamie drunk in Minetta's, Khrushchev singing Pete Boggs Soldiers in the Circle with a balalaika, everybody kissing and hugging, squeezing, Khrushchev and Eisenhower, a big fat kiss, the world and art, life, a joy, the village comes to life again. I wake up singing that I dwell in New York.
My dreams, songs of the world fly forth from dreams.
I wake up singing that I dwell in New York.
Dreams, song of the world fly forth from dreams.
Sweet song, bless my mouth.
My dreams.
Beauty, bless my eyes. Song of the world, fly forth from dreams. How beautiful is love, and the fruit thereof. Holy, holy, holy. A kiss and a star. Song of the world, fly forth from dreams. Greenwich Village of my dreams. Life is strange and death is easy. Diamond's heart is full of mystery. When will I know where the swallows go? I loved once, but now I'm lonely. Love, sweet joys for lovers only. When will I know where the sparrows go? Skies are clear and fields are silver. All day hearts, they thrill and quiver. When will I know where the white doves go? TULI for many beautiful songs and poems. We're also indebted to him, of course, for breaking many formerly taboo boundaries. People give the Velvet Underground a lot of credit for being the first Lower East Side band, the first New York City band, the first New York State band, well, the first band in the world to break such boundaries when it comes to talking about sex and drugs and fetishes and underground, seamy lifestyles. However, the Fugs were there way ahead of time. TULI was writing outrageous songs at least a year before that, I would say, and then we have all sorts of examples of this sort of thing. In fact, one of TULI's most forward-thinking and receptive and sensitive songs to the world of underground sexual fetishism and illegal forms of love might perhaps be this one. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, Jeff.
Oh, what to you is the sexiest part of the foot?
The sole is the most soulful part of the foot.
Seems about right. But you know, the part of the foot that all of us in the Deposit Returners band always get the most excited about. The bridge! And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my fetish I can't hide, I can't hide, I can't hide. Oh yeah, you got that something. I think you understood. When I feel that something, I wanna hold your foot. 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 He loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves you, yeah, 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 yeah.
I thought you guys were going to do Slum Goddess in the Lower East Side. Was that
We like to keep you on your toes, and on other people's toes sometimes as well. Well, TULI's song, Bum Song, from the Belle of Avenue A, a late 60s album, contains many strange images and seems to unspool a narrative that makes not as much sense on the surface as it does if you look beneath the surface. I think this song seems to indicate that at some point in the late 60s, TULI must have been walking in the West Village and experienced a strange time warp. I think it was caused by the problems in the space-time continuum that result from West 3rd Street and West 4th Street arcing off at nonsensical angles and in encountering West 10th Street and all the way up into the 20s. An accident of city planning that can sometimes result in Einsteinian wormholes of time and space, which TULI happened to fall into one day while walking there in the 60s. As he walks along the elevated train on 6th Avenue, taking note of the homeless population of the village, who were even then, in the 50s and 60s, beginning to be more prevalent. Today we currently are facing the highest population of homeless in New York City that has ever occurred. But even in the 60s, TULI noted their presence, and his compassion went out and extended through the centuries as he fell into this time warp back to the Roman Empire. And he imagined that while the shadows played upon the homeless of 6th Avenue as the L train passed over them, coating them in surreal zebra stripes of dark and light, he cascaded in his mind back to the downtrodden of the past, those who rose up against oppression in the Roman Empire, like Jesus Christ, like Spartacus, who would wrestle and battle centurions, who would speak out to the public. And with his mind ablaze with these various visions, he wrote the very mysterious bum song. I dreamed of a bum 7 foot tall that crushed the bourgeoisie to the cross. He kissed me in the maple shot square and then walked on. He then walked on. Spartacus, my tortured brother, if I should find you bussing crockery out of Bickford's, or sunk beneath the 6th Avenue L, where it curves West 3rd Street, into the 20s. The pillared zebra bowl, the pillared zebra bowl, the pillared zebra bowl, upon your whited chest. Send me a signal, bio-delusion, hallucinate Roman centurions in trouble, and cast a flame in your antique face. Wrestle your eyes for tomorrow's longing. The vision passes. TULI decides to seize the day, to live for today, while maintaining hopes and dreams of the past. The protest movements and fights for equality that saturate the streets of New York City as he walks from the village all the way down south to the Battery, until he reaches the waters at the southern foot of Manhattan. And in their swirling chaos, he casts a hope for humanity. While bread and roses rot in the street, and lovers prepare their ecstatic excuses, I will walk to the Battery, now not tomorrow. The waves of the present smash from the cement, the boat of your longing into great chaos. Hark out a vision. on time? Are we crunching too many people aside?
What is it, 1:15?
Slum Dynasty.
No, 1:17. It's 1:17. 1:17.
That I know. The mysterious part of the equation is how many other performers there are. Because we could go, we've got more material than we could do. I just don't want to eat up too much time and then leave other people with no time. Well, we'll do one more here and see how your calculations go.
Okay, let me say, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Jeffrey Lewis Band. They're doing covers of TULI. I want to cover out the man on the tip jar during this next song. Please get some money ready. Throw the man on the tip jar as I'm walking by, and give it up again for Jeffrey Lewis Band.
This is also a benefit. Is it Doctors Without Borders? Is that what we're doing this year? All right. So all money from this show is going to Doctors Without Borders, which seems to be a pretty good cause that everybody can agree on. Thanks to Sparrow for helping organize this year's event. I usually help out a little more, but Sparrow took it on this year.
Thank
I really don't have a grasp of it all now that I've reached my winter, my fall. That's not what I meant at all. At all. I don't have a clue to it all. At all. Oh, it started in Ovo. It all was so novo, so fresh, and so rare, and so nice. It ended in Parvo, no matter how I strovo. It ended in wrinkles and vice. And all that I know is that I don't know. I'm a militant agnostic. So give me a kiss, for it's you that I'll miss. And you and myself and world without end, without end. Some say there's a God. Some say he's on the nod. There's nothing, but nothing's enough. Some cry in their sleep. Some laugh as they weep. Some say, oh, I won't take that guff. And all that I know is that I don't know. I'm a militant agnostic. So give me a kiss, for it's you that I'll miss. And you and myself and without end, without end, without end, without end. We'll do one more. Oh yeah. All right. Make it two. Jack keeps tossing these in here. Is that mic or what? This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is not good looking. This train. This train is bound for Brighton. If you're going to Bay Ridge, you're not on the right one. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is hotter than Hades. This train has shopping bag ladies. This train. This train has teenage children, short cars, and reefer smokers. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is not good looking. This train. This train is bound for Brighton. If you're going to Bay Ridge, you're not on the right one. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train has weirdos lurking. This train. This train has some doors working. This train. This train, unless the public hollers, it's gonna be bound for $3. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is not good looking. This train. This train is bound for Brighton. If you're going to Bay Ridge, you're not on the right one. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. Besides, this free train is not working weeknights. Free train. Besides, that free train. You're skipping Crown High Street train. The sound says no one's hell and the public's freaking, but the L train's running a shuttle this weekend. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is not good looking. This train. This train is bound for Brighton. If you're going to Bay Ridge, you're not on the right one. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. This train is bound for Brooklyn. This train. Thanks for coming out. Happy birthday, Julie. You can go at any time. You can go at any time. You
He wanted to feel alive. His laziness built the pyramids. He saw it, he was a night. Driving planes,
There are many performers yet to come here.
Putting in music in the middle of things, they don't think to blend it. They just for music.
The best white. Is this working? Yes. It is working? Yeah. The best white band in North America, the Deposit Returners. Our next performer was clearly over-influenced by TULI KUPFERBERG's 1001 Ways to Live Without Working.
You say that about me.
Especially number 397, Dress Up Like a Pigeon and Be Fed. SPARROW LITZKY.
Sexist.
I am so joyful to be here. I am filled with joy. I'm filled with joy because TULI filled me with joy. TULI has not been on this earthly plane, Thelma, how many years? 5 years. But he is here. He will always be here. And if it wasn't for TULI, our hearts would not be full. Our lives would not be so rich. We would not be so joyful. Some years ago, more years than I care to admit, TULI wrote a blurb for my erotic novella, The Motion of the Ocean. This is the blurb that he wrote. The only porn I read is SIDEWALK. Litzky's. It has the necessary je ne sais what. Not only was TULI an amazing writer of blurbs, he was a musician, a singer, a deep-sea diver. You probably all know about his historic dive over the Brooklyn Bridge. And then he walked in the Bowery and got drunk. And couldn't ask for a better friend. He was always with any of us in tight places, and he even wrote a book about that, about how to navigate in tight places. And the book was just 1,001 Ways to Make Love. And I am going to read from this book today in the hopes that you will all be encouraged and go home and make love 1,001 times. Making love in a mountain stream. Making love in the garden at the Museum of Modern Art. Make love like a sailor back in Port Alley after a 27-month trip. Make love like a team of wild horses. Make love with a team of wild horses. Make love with crackers. Do they mean people from the South, or do they mean crackers that, whatever, both? Make love with crackers. Make love with no regrets. Make love passing understanding. Make love as a serious joke. Make love like a flower. Make love freely. Make love generosity. Make love to relieve your anxiety about overpopulation. Make love with a real doll, equipped with an electric vibra finger. Make love with a French doll, equipped with a French tickler. Make love with a French man, equipped. Make love with 50 million Frenchmen. This is my favorite. Make love coming through the rye. Make love in a hygiene classroom during a boring lecture with sex. Make love with a candy cigar. Make love at the ball game. Come when a touchdown is scored. This is something we can all do later after we finish making love tonight. Put hand-lettered signs on all the lampposts in your neighborhood, inviting everyone to an orgy at your home. Make love for money. And then in the book, there's a parenthesis, and it equals getting married. Make love while high. Make love while low. I'm not going to read the whole 1,000. That's because I also want to go home and make love. Make love on a peace march. Make love during school. Make love in her place. Make love in your place. Make love in spite of the police. Make love with the left leg over the right shoulder, or with the right leg over the left shoulder, with the right ass over the left leg, with a toe or tit in the mouth or ear, with the right cock in the left cunt, with the right paw over the shoulder, with a tail wrapped around the flagpole, with balloons, with a knight in shining armor, with your whole heart and soul.
I think he scared off the police.
Our next performers unfortunately went to prison following suggestion number 398 in 1,001 Ways to Live Without Working. Steel pigeons. I give you the Soho Valley Boys. Oh, there you are. You're next.
It's not gender-based. It's just a classic name. Because
sex is male or female.
Because the Soho Valley Boys is headquartered 1 block from TULI's place, actually, in the Grand Soho Valley, and actually across the river in Triho.
Wait, this is the wrong size.
It's been a year since we played.
Someplace else. I go up to the janitor say to me, I got no fuel for the heat, you fool, go to the rent committee. Oh no, that's not my department, so sorry lady, you gotta go someplace else. I go to the rent committee, they tell me to take a seat. I wait there 3-4 hours and they're getting too cold me feet. Oh no, That's not my department. So sorry, lady. You gotta go someplace else. I go to see the mayor. I ask, wait, is he in? The clerk, he say, I don't know, and he gives a great big grin. Oh no, 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 that's not my department. So sorry, lady, you gotta go someplace else. I go to tell the governor, I get to see him twice. He tells me it's a local matter, and he gives me this advice. Oh no, 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 that's not my department. So sorry, lady, you gotta go someplace else. On the way from Albany, the train sheet frees my nuts. I asked the porter for some steam, and he says that I am nuts. Oh no, 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 that's not my department. So sorry, lady, you better go someplace else. On the way past Harlem, another train approaches. I holler to the conductor, we're gonna hit them coaches. Oh no, oh no, no, that's not my department. So sorry, lady, you gotta go someplace else. Deep down here in Hades, I go up to a devil. I tell him I got too much heat, he really not too civil. Oh no, 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 that's not my department. So sorry, lady, you better go someplace else. Oh no, 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 that's not my department. So sorry, lady, you gotta go someplace else. Fucking A, man. CIA, man. So TULI did a bunch of songs, as you heard with I Wanna Hold Your Foot, that I actually have to look at the lyrics because I'm inclined to sing the original lyrics. And, you know, when you've been singing a Woody Guthrie tune since you're a kid. Joe Folk, Roger Manning.
Sunglasses monocle so that you just don't look cool from one side.
Yeah. These are my camera-proof glasses. If I put these on, it's okay with these cameras.
This land is their land.
This land is their land. This land ain't my land. From California to New York Island.
From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream wireless. This land ain't made for you and me. As I was running that flooded highway, I saw above me that rented skyway. I saw below me that strip mine valley. This land was sold to the company. This land is their land. This land ain't our land. From California to the New York tired land. From the sawdust forest to the Gulf of Paradise. This land was stole from everybody. They dealed and gambled, they haunted our footsteps, the darkling sands of the spoiled deserts, and all around us, bulldozers pounding. This land was stole for the company. This land is their land, this land ain't our land. From California to the New York land, from the sawdust forest to the Gulf Coast terrace. This land were me, you and me. accordion, but I figured, oh, this was lighter. But then I realized I actually can't play and sing at the same time, so there you go. Big melodica solo.
Not yet.
When the sun comes boiling and the guards patrolling, all the wheat fields selling and the farmhands moiling, as the smog was shifting, a cop was chanting, this land was made for them and me. This land is their land, this land ain't our land. From Reagan-fornia to the New York rafters, from the redwood sawdust to the Gulf Coast oil slicks. This land ain't made for you and me. This land wasn't made for you and me. This land belongs to the company. Fucking amen, CIA man. Woo!
The fucking Soho Valley Boys. Inspired by the Fugs' original name, the yodeling anarcho-socialists, our next performer started a vaudeville group called the Tap Dancing Gandhian Anti-Capitalist Neo-Syndicalists. I give you Stephen Taylor!
You got one? Oh, beautiful.
A short history, a short history, a short history, a short history of the human race. Adapted to reflect, I changed the last word because TULI would have updated the song.
Gorge, the human race leaks. Grease, the human race thinks. The invention of gunpowder, the human race kicks. World War I, the human race stinks. World War II, the human race shrinks. Global warming, the human race extinct.
He wrote this, TULI wrote this song about the Handsworth riots in Birmingham in Britain in 1985. The Chief of Police of London, or the Commissioner of Police of London, came out and said that the riots had been instigated by anarchists and Trotskyists. But that year, as the newspapers noted, the children in those high school kids in that town who graduated from school had a 90% unemployment rate.
Trotskyists are out fomenting riots. Sounds a little silly, but the stupid Brits will bite. Unemployment, apathy, no future down the line. While our upper class governors lead lovely lives of crime. plastic bullets, some with a plastic pen. Who's fooled by plastic music won't get fooled again. And here come the levelers, the levelers, the levelers. They dance and ring and come with this crazy shooting revelers. I see General Love laughing through the fire, while Ellie, Marks, and Martin mix memory and desire. And here come the levelers, the revelers, true levelers. Dancing in the common with the crazy hippie revelers. And I see General Love, he's dancing through the fire, while Tussie, Marks, and Martin mix politics and desire. And here come the levelers, the devilers, true levelers, to claim the urban wilderness before desire tire. And here come the levelers, true levelers, those revelers, to seek the heart of darkness before desire expires. Something like that. Thank you.
Here you go.
Okay, sorry.
Get that cat still scared up there.
Stephen Taylor.
Richard West!
Inspired by the name the yodeling anarcho-socialists, our next performer founded a polka band called the Swinging Post-Stalinist Luddites. I give you actor, writer, musician, Richard West.
Old man reefer, that old man reefer. It takes a sleeper, it wakes the sleeper. We just keep rolling, we keep on rolling our own. We don't like the backy, that's just too wacky. Toxic and tacky, where no one's lackey. But old man reefer, we keep on rolling our own. You and me, we work and scheme, make a little love, laugh and dream. Tote that joint, if that sell, you get a little stoned and you land in jail. We don't like phonies or greedy schemers. We're moonlight dancers and sunshine dreamers. But old man reefer, we keep on rolling our own. Coffee grows on white oak trees. The river flows on brandy oak. I get my kicks from high mountain weeds, savvy sativa and dreamy indigo. But I become two different people in the nowhere, baby. Two different people, both stoned and straight. 5 different people, it's a full house, baby. 9 different people, and I can't relate. Music, whimsy, rhythm, and some bop. Trying to keep it going while looking for a job. And I'm gone, gone, gone. I'm going to pot again. I'm going on that raging divide. Left my my job, I'm conflicted. Baby, left my job cause it brought me down. Two minds in the middle and I must be choosy. Two minds in the middle, which one is mine? Music wins the rhythm and samba. Trying to keep it going while looking for a job. When the job was over, I began to sing. Took another hit of pot and I was on the wing. And I'm gone, yes I'm gone, yes I'm gone, oh I'm gone. Color me gone. I hope you all had a good summer. You got your share of pavement rash, sidewalk psychosis, baked bean brains, scrambled eggs. Took the park, you got bitch slap on the waves perhaps. Got you in your own element. Now I want to do a takeoff. About 85 years ago, almost 100 years ago, Woody Guthrie wrote a very famous talking blues song. Of course, now it needs an update because in those days people were going westward. The dust. He was an Okie, Woody was born in Oklahoma, so he wrote about the Dust Bowl people going to California to better themselves. But now, 100 years later, ironically, people are coming back to the East Coast. I wonder what that's all about. I think we know all too well. Back west they say are leaving home every day. Big bad old bourgeois way to the New York City line. Cross conservative lands they go, getting that old red hole. Think they're heading to the honey roll, but here's what they find. Now the high cost of living every day, and you can't even find a place to stay if you ain't got the do-re-mi. Better not come to NYC. Just bring that cash flow from Texas, that moonshine money from Tennessee. New York City's a cultural Eden, but it needs a cash transfusion, you see. But believe it or not, you won't find it so hot if you ain't got the do-re-mi. Don't trade your parking for a car, you better stay right where you are. Take your vacation where you really want to be. For that you might have to meditate, be like the guy, and hallucinate. You can even hallucinate with virtual reality. Cause I look at the stock quotes every day, and the gurus and the soothsayers always say, if you ain't got the do-re-mi, you'll never make it in society. Just put that tarot in Texas, cause you're reaching in Tennessee. New York City's a cultural Eden, but it needs a cash transfusion, you see. So believe it or not, better stay home with a coffee pot if you ain't got the do-re-mi. Folks across the USA think New York's a sexy place, so they pack that old suitcase to Manhattan's liberal shore. This foxy woman in leather and lace, they'll stick their assets in your face, but you won't even get a taste. They'll beauty exit out the door, cost the high cost of loving every day. And you won't even get a chance to play if you ain't got the do-re-mi. Boys, your sex life is history. Hang on to your girlfriend down in Dry Gulch, your country to the end to Hatshepsut. New York City has the most interesting women, pleasure to visit or see. But believe it or not, most won't find you too hot if you ain't got the do-re-mi. Amen.
Fabulous. The unstinting Richard West. I've never seen him stint.
What does that mean?
Unstinting means like indefatigable. Yeah. Inspired by the phrase, the yodeling anarcho-socialists, our next reader founded a country western quartet called the Caterwauling Polytheistic Social Democrat Boys. Therese Coe.
I can still make that step, yeah. Okay, I think I got this where I want it. Like that. Okay, well, I had prepared, and I still have prepared, Greenwich Village of my dreams. So, you know, what can you do? I mean, I think it's worth repeating. And maybe, you know, one of us didn't get the memo, but that doesn't matter because it's a great, great piece, really. So, actually, I did have a little introduction first. I've been thinking about the quality of TULI's voice, the comforting sound of his deep, breathy, mellow tones. They lent gravitas to his philosophy and paradox to his comedy. His tones never led you to expect comedy, and that's part of what stays with me. He ambushed you with the surprise of an original people's philosopher with a refined tone and a strong, totally unrefined and proud of it Brooklyn accent. We had grown up in almost the same neighborhood in Brooklyn, but many years apart. Borough Park, that is. Almost everything was funny to TULI, even though his voice set you up to think he was dead serious. His wit was pure original. And his ad-libs, you know, were just as brilliant as things he had planned. I mean, he kept me laughing every time we were together the whole time. I remember one time, he told me how he never, I guess, I don't know, we were on the phone or something, and he said come over to East 10th Street when he lived there. And then he told me when I was there that he had been on a thing of never going out. He simply stopped at that, and that was long ago. That was like probably the early 70s or something, that he no longer went out. And I don't know how long that lasted, but maybe Sylvia could say. It seemed to have lasted a very long time, but he was loving it. Anyway, he was always very funny in person. So Greenwich Village of my dreams. A rose in a stone, chariots on the West Side Highway, blues in the Soviet Union, onions in Times Square, a Japanese in Chinatown, a soup sandwich, a Hudson Terraplane, chess in a Catskill bungalow, awnings in Atlanta, Lewiston Stadium in the blackout, Brooklyn beneath the East River. The waves pass over the Battery in startling sunlight. Klein's in Orbex, Love on the Dole, Roosevelt not elected. Hoover under the 3rd Avenue L. Joe Gould kissing Maxwell Bodenheim and puffing on his pipe. Edna Millay feeling Edmund Wilson. Charlie Parker and Ted Jones talking in Sheridan Square, and it's cold, man. The Cedar Street bar with cedars in it and autos crashing into the cedars. The Chase Manhattan Bank closed down for repairs to open as the new Waldorf cafeteria. Lionel Trilling kissing Allen Ginsberg after great reading in The Gaslight. The limelight changes its name to the electric light and features Charlie Chaplin as a swinging, singing waiter. Edgar Allan Poe becoming the dentist in the Waverly Dispensary and giving everyone free nitrous. Louis getting thrown out of Louis San Remo, stepping up to the bar and asking for a wet martini. The Charleston on Charles Street featuring My Sister Eileen and the Kronstadt Sisters. Max Eastman and John Reed buying Gunguwala hash candy at the German Deli on 6th Avenue and West 4th Street. Tourists bringing pictures to sell to artists in their annual disposition. Civilians telling cops to move on. Coffee houses that sell brandy in their coffee cups. Eugene O'Neill insisting on coffee. John Barrymore in Off-Broadway Hamlet. Walt Whitman cruising MacDougall. Ike and Mamie drunk in Minettas. Khrushchev singing Pete Boggs Soldiers in the Circle with a balalaika. Everybody kissing and hugging, squeezing Khrushchev and Eisenhower a big, fat kiss. The world and art. Life, a joy. The village come to life again. I wake up singing, I that dwell in New York. Sweet song, bless my mouth. Beauty, bless my eyes. Song of the world, fly forth from dreams.
Oh, okay, yeah. In honor of the deathless phrase, the yodeling anarcho-socialists, our next artist started an indie rock band called Yodel. Thelma Blitz.
Oh, right. Oh, so everyone has to get these
Hello,
sing-along.
and welcome to TULI's 92nd birthday party. Glad to see you all here. Well, we just got through the Jewish high holidays and a visit from the Pope who said, you don't need to believe in God to be a good person. This Pope is almost ready to join the League of Militant Agnostics. That's what we're going to sing about. Tuli was someone, as he said in the Ant song, who was a self-professed militant agnostic. However, for somebody who didn't believe in God, he did a lot of cartooning, writing, singing about this mythic entity. In fact, he played God in a 1972 movie called Voulez-vous coucher avec God. You can find this on YouTube. I was going to show a clip from it, but we don't have the projector. So if you want to see this movie, go to YouTube and look for TULI KUPFERBERG Voulez-vous and you can find it. He also wrote a whole book about God, which is called Oh God. And it's mostly a bunch of quotes. This isn't the biggest book that was ever written about God, nor the most popular. But I'll at random read a few quotes. Like it starts out with, "Fuck God in the ass, Ed Sanders." And then the answer is, "Fuck Ed Sanders in the ass, God." That's right. Then, did God make the tapeworm? God bless God. And so on. God is a tray of plunder, a Persian proverb. Human beings are God's little dog. That's another proverb from somebody. and so on. God is alive, he just doesn't want to get involved. Brad Pitt, 1960. God gives nuts to him who has no teeth. I think that's TULI. If the triangle made a god, they would give, if the triangles made a god, they would give him 3 sides. Montesquieu. All right. God held those who held themselves. Well, okay, so that's TULI's book, Oh God, which was rare, written in about 1980. And TULI did a lot of cartooning also, and I sent scans to Jeffrey, but I don't think that we can show them, so I have to try to show them as cartoons. This is, God is inventing procreation here, and he has not just a God, but a Mrs. God. And she says, yes, I do think sperm is a good idea, but how are you going to distribute it? That's truly God's code. And then this put the fear of God in churchgoers. It says, beware of, and dog is crossed out, beware of God. And it's a picture of a church. Okay, now, this one, the world that God forgot, and God is kind of a big amorphous blob with one eye. The world that God forgot, and then he's got another one, the world, the land that God remembered. And let's see if I can read this. It says, hi, I'm God. How is everything? Got enough food? Sex okay? Housing? Kids all right? Did your air conditioner get fixed? Remember that first commandment, which is about not having any gods before me. Where are you going to go for vacation this summer? And then the guy says, geez, this is the 6th time he's been here this year. That's God remembered. And then he's got this, God is gone on vacation. It says, back in 5 centuries. Well, now, this one is about Professor God, and it's a play on university. And it says, God has failed to get tenure. A committee of outside professors specially chosen for their impartial bias said, he has not published enough. Since the Bible, it's been all downhill. His collaboration, the Gemara, achieved pandering to public popularity. And God said, fuck you. I'm going to another universe anyway. Okay, so TULI settled on a religion. He settled on this religion to be a militant agnostic. And how this happened was that the Bolsheviks founded the League of Militant Atheists. They didn't like the church too hot because it was taking the money from the people, building these gilded churches, and promising pie in the sky. So they outlawed religion, founded the League of Militant Atheists. But by 1988, the Communist Party was failing, and Gorbachev felt he better enlist the aid of the church. So he modified the position to the League of Militant Agnostics. Now, agnostic means without gnosis, agnosis, agnostic, no knowledge of God. But TULI saw it as kind of a fence-straddling position between no knowledge of God, gnosis referring to knowledge of God, agnostic, no knowledge. So TULI actually thought it a fence-straddling, maybe he exists and maybe he doesn't exist. He's not taking sides. So Gorbachev asked TULI to write a song for the League of Militant Agnostics. And this sing-along that I passed out to you, where I hope you join me in singing, because I really can't sing, so sing really loud and drown me out. And Jeffrey, would you play the League of Militant? I think I hear TULI now. He's trapped in Jeffrey's laptop. Everybody sing loud. To Barbara Allen, to the tune of Barbara Allen.
In New York town, where I was born, there lived a fair young philosopher. What is life? Where is God? Cried he. The answer turned out not so tough.
He's in the spoon, he's in the moon, he's in the paper say you're biting. Why can't I see him or feel or touch? He's in the tapeworm hiding. A priest of what? A critical. Read this young lad's vision. He turned to Moscow, Mecca too. The answer came from television. He spun the dial, give it a trial. A voice was calm, right and said, how in hell are we ever to know? Your seeds of doubt be planted. We're here, we're now, and tightly stuck in life sublime across the master boundings to the wind, becoming firm and master, and join the league, best of both worlds, and go around your God's word. Join the league of militant agnostics, and no longer be a doubtless jerk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to celebrate Tuli's birthday. Once again, this is a benefit for Doctors Without Borders. So I'm going to come around with the mandolin tip jar one more time. Please, if you already gave, please feel free to renew your generosity. If you have not gave before, please throw a couple bucks in the mandolin tip jar. We'll give it up again for Tuli.
I'm going to introduce myself so I don't waste one of my famous intros. Our next performer is a renowned American nudist, but has agreed to wear clothes just for this performance, so we don't all end up in jail. I give you Sparrow! I'm going to read an essay entitled Tuli's Voice. And this is like I'm following that ritual of all after-dinner speeches that I begin with a small piece of anecdotal humor. Tuli's Voice. What do you get when you lock a Jew and a gay man in a room?
Sparrow.
A musical comedy. I know Sparrow's a better answer. Sad but true. As soon as Jews arrived in America, they started writing songs, drawing from a tradition of cantillation, wedding dance, and lament going back millennia. Much of what we now call the American Songbook, tunes from musicals starting around 1910 and ending around 1960, were written by Jewish immigrants. In the 1960s, the Jews themselves began to sing. Barbra Streisand, Leonard Cohen, Simon and Garfunkel, Robert Zimmerman.
Yep.
The most Jewish of their voices belonged to TULI KUPFERBERG. TULI was probably the oldest rock star of the 1960s, chronologically qualified to be John Lennon's father. Their birth years are 1923 and 1940. Even on the Fugs' first album, one hears Tuli's age. But beyond this, one hears another kind of ancientness, that of a Middle Eastern people trapped in Europe, oppressed by surrounding Christendom. Christendom.
Yeah. People like Christendom.
Yeah. I've always hated classical music, partly for political reasons, but mostly because it bored me. But when my daughter was 15, she started listening to Brahms, and I was curious. A few years later, 3 opera singers began a yearly festival in the tiny Catskills town where I dwell. I was ready to drop my prejudice against all white men and coloratura sopranos. Now I recognize that the great music of Europe is actually great. But there is a strange paradox of musical training. The more cultivated a voice is, the less personal it is, except for the most splendid and historic singers. I recommend a duet on YouTube between Pavarotti and James Brown, singing It's a Man's World. The great Italian tenor gazes at James Brown with absolutely palpable awe. On the continuum between Pavarotti and Mr. Brown, we all know where TULI fits. Listening to the Fugs after hearing Don Giovanni, I'm surprised how impressive TULI's singing voice is. It combines a gleeful silliness and a real sorrow, plus the eternal rage of the working class. His vocalization is intimate, melodic, never off-key, and also sly, ironic, weary, tireless, self-effacing. Though TULI despised the pretensions of religion, there are echoes of Orthodox Jewish cantors and Hindu mystics in the song Coca-Cola Douche. Probably my best line. When I discovered the Fugs at the age of 16 in 1969, they represented a musical salvation. The Beatles created charming, ephemeral fantasies like Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields Forever, based on their childhood memories of Liverpool. But the Fugs spoke about the real Manhattan where I lived. The sense of awakened realism comes in part from TULI's voice. Christendom has taught us that voices like TULI's are illegitimate. They are bad singing. Listening to the Fugs, one must shake off this unconscious learning. Here is an excerpt from the prose poem Memorial Day 1971 by Ted Berrigan and Ann Waldman. I asked TULI KUPFERBERG once, "Did you really jump off the Manhattan Bridge?" "Yeah," he said, "I really did." "How come?" I said. "I thought that I had lost the ability to love," TULI said. "So I figured I might as well be dead. So I went one night to the top of the Manhattan Bridge, and after a few minutes, I jumped off." In TULI's voice, one hears a man who has won back the ability to love. Speaking of Jewish musical comedies, I've been listening lately to the movie version of West Side Story, one of the signal achievements of humanity. I have always wanted to use the phrase signal achievement in public. After hearing I Feel Pretty, I decided to adapt this anthem to the subject of TULI KUPFERBERG. So here is I Love TULI. I love TULI, you love TULI, we love TULI so truly and deep. How unruly are the hooligans with whom we sleep. Anarchistic, pacifistic, masochistic, we march arm in arm. Any mystic would invite us to his dairy farm. Am I Yiddish? Am I British? Am I Yiddish or British or both? I feel skittish, like a witness who is under oath. I love TULI, you love TULI, we love TULI so truly and deep. With patchouli, we anoint the nearest cow or sheep. Steve Delachinsky here by any chance?
He's not here.
He's not here.
And he has to piss. He left.
He left to piss?
There's not enough time for him to read. There's only 45 minutes left.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Are you ready to go, Steve?
Hey, I'm ready to go to the toilet.
Okay, while Steve goes to the toilet, what about Jill? Are you ready to read?
No, she just got here. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
No, she just got here.
Okay. You're going to read?
I'm going to do something.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wait a second. Our next... Yeah. Our next readers are the co-authors of 1,001 Ways to Make Beef Stroganoff in a Microwave. Steve Delachinsky and Yuko Otomo.
We don't have a microwave.
We have no microwave.
Too small. We don't even have a toaster.
I thought you were going to talk. Now shut up. Actually, it's the beef. You don't know the half of it. It's actually the beef stroganoff that keeps our marriage together. What would you with a fucking wife leaving you know all about it? You want to come live with us a few days?
Be nice
Actually,
to Susan,
why should I be nice to her? She's never nice to me. Because you're mean to me. I'm not mean to her. Anyway, before we do this thing, which is a para song, which I told Thelma about, and Thelma said, "You can't do that. That's Ed Sanders' thing." And I said, well, you know, Ed wrote the melody, but one of the things that I saw the Fugs when I was about 15 also, but it was way before Sparrow was even born. And one of the things that attracted me to the Fugs, besides how great they were in general, was that when I was about 10, I got involved with, what's that guy's name? Willie Blake? And they were singing these William Blake songs, which really, that for me was great. But anyway, before I do that, Zara inspired me to say this when she mentioned about the blurb Tuli wrote for her. One of what I consider, whether it's true or not, one of my most important books, the first person I asked to write a blurb for it was Tuli. And the way it happened, he was walking, we lived in the same neighborhood, and we met while he was working on this street, and I was, and he walked by me, and I said, "Yo, Tuli, I got this new book coming out. Do you want to write a blurb for it?" So he like went, "Read this book now."
No, he said, "Read it now."
Oh, read it now, right? Read it now. And I said,
3 words.
"But Tuli, you haven't even seen the book, let alone read it." He said, "It's okay, don't worry about it." So I sent the blurb to this publisher, and the publisher said, "That's a really stupid blurb, I'm not going to use that." And I said to the publisher, this is a true story, I said to the publisher, "Well, if you don't use the blurb, I'm not going to publish the book with you." And so he wrote me back and he said, "Okay, but I'll use the blurb, but who is this Tulip?" Tulip, that's what he said. "Who is this Tulip anyways? Is it a girl or a guy? What is this Tulip and this stupid blurb?" So I said, "You know what? You can go fuck yourself. You're not publishing my book."
That's the first stupid publisher.
After many publishers, the book finally did come out with that more than amazing blurb. Anyway,
a long introduction.
That is a true story. So everything is. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yesterday I was told I went on too long, and because of that we'll never do another gig at the Sidewalk Cafe. And I also drank gin before I ate anything. So here we go. So this is a para song for Tuli, based on a melody that Ed Sanders wrote for one of all our probably favorite poems in the world, "How Sweet I Roam."
William Blake.
My version is called "How Sweaty I Roam." And believe me,
Sweaty I Roam.
I'm not a good singer, and she has never played the tambourine before.
That's not true, I did. But I'm not talking, but I'm humming.
It takes years of practice.
Come on, Steve, you're Steve and Edie.
No, it's okay, let's go.
We're a
You know what I call my wife that nobody knows? Gracie Allen. We're a regular.
I'm the smart one.
We're a regular.
Good night, Greasy.
We're a regular George got burned and Gracie got Allen.
Okay, let's go.
This is gonna really fuck my head up. I'll try it. How sweaty I roamed along Spring Street, all wasted on thoughts of eating more meat in the bloody, slimy Soho heat. Looking for that gone hippie, fuck type anarchist beat. Wait, can I say one over again? Looking for that gone hippie, fuck type anarchist. It's hard to say the word anarchist because I don't believe in anarchy. Looking for that gone hippie, fuck anarchist beat.
More tambourine.
Very good. When all at once Prince TULI I spied, selling his books on the other side. So I bought a couple, thinking what a good find. Some crazy price that now slips my mind. I think it was 99 cents for one and two for 98 cents.
$2.49 for one and $1.95 for two.
Whatever.
Great
This is all based on the truth. I mean, so, you know,
great
TULI and I
economist.
were strong believers
He was a real
in the truth, actually in the facts, because the truth doesn't exist. How he showed me stuff he wanted to share. He flushed and rose to give me a hug. He told me why all governments are unfair, then laughed it off with a glorious shrug. Hey, you're doing great. You are hired. Okay. You are. Okay. What was that? Oh, glorious shrug. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Sparrow. You can be my prompter. We spoke about the world at large, how it all was just a big hodgepodge, how the cops wanted us caught inside their net, hoping that folks on the outside would never object. That's true, a bunch of us have been caught in that police net, haven't we? They'd love to lock us in Sing Sing, then laugh and sport and torment us and give us long stretches in solitary and mock our laws of liberty without making much of a fuss. How sweaty I roam from street to street, hoping and hoping that TULI and Thelma I'd meet, and there he was with his smile so sweet, and that priceless wisdom that couldn't be beat. How sweaty I roam from street to street, and wasted and with a lack of pride, when dear old TULI I did meet, and sat with him and then felt satisfied.
We love you, TULI. Thank you.
Always love. Oh, that was tough. I don't think we'll get on board with that.
I've never heard anything quite like that.
I've never heard you sing before, Steve. No, you should give me one. I really like TULI.
I've never heard the tambourine play like that.
Our next reader is the author of 1001 Ways to Root for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bobby J.
Maybe
I have two things. The first is just some sentiments I jotted down.
Speak into the mic.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Alright. Attack of the Clones. You stood at the center of the flashlight, where the beams come from, surrounded as if a foreigner, sort of unfazed, sort of agitated, finding some redemption in its absurdity, standing without water for years, knowing their water will turn to sand once consumed, saddened by your people, willing to do your part with hardly any hope, or perhaps more real hope, the kind that moves legs than all the rest. We need you again. We need you in multiples. We need you in thousands. We need you to take over until there is nothing left to fight, and it is only you at the center of the flashlight.
I go to the toilet now. You can go to the toilet whenever you want.
Anytime you want, get a pass. You can stay there.
Actually,
Monday, nothing. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, Thursday, nothing. Thursday for a change, a little more nothing. Saturday, once more, nothing. Sunday, nothing. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. Thursday for a change, a little more nothing. Friday, once more nothing. Montig garnished, Dienstag garnished. Midwalk and Donnerstag garnished. Freitag for a Novena garnished. Giggle. Shabbos Nakamu garnished. Lunes nada. Martes nada, miércoles jueves nada, viernes por cambia, poco más nada, sábado otra vez nada, January nothing, February nothing, March and April nothing, May and June a whole lot of nothing, July nothing, reading nothing, writing nothing, even arithmetic nothing, geography, philosophy, history nothing, social anthropology nothing, oh, Village Voice nothing, New Yorker nothing, sing out in folkways nothing, Harry Smith and Allen Ginsberg, nothing, nothing, nothing. Poetry, nothing. Music, nothing. Painting and dancing, nothing. All the world's books, a great set of nothing. Arty-farty, nothing. Fucking nothing, sucking nothing, flesh and sex nothing, church and Times Square all a bunch of nothing, 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 Stevenson nothing, Humphrey nothing.
yeah, come on, kid.
Averill Harriman nothing. Averill Harriman, nothing. John Stuart Mill, nil. Franklin Delano, nothing. Karl Marx, nothing. Engels, nothing. And Krupkin, nothing. Leon Trotsky, lots of nothing. Stalin, less than nothing. Nothing, 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 lots of nothing, 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 not a goddamn thing.
What's that?
Under the Church of TULI.
Yeah. Oh, can you come up, Steve? Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'd like to introduce the next band that I happen to be a member of. the
Marx Brothers?
Fugophilic cormorants. You never heard of the Fugophilic cormorants?
Sounds like an expert to me.
Everybody really get down or not?
What's that? They get down. They all get down. Down so long it looks like up to me.
Hey, hi. Hi.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we'll play it after lunch. I have no idea what Okay, got it. Okay. There was a song by the Fugs called Kill for Peace. And I was thinking about the front runner for our current presidential election. Seemed like a perfect idea to rewrite it as Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. If you don't like the people south of the border, you bigger build wall with cement and mortar. Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. If anyone tries to penetrate your wall, you zap them with a drone until they fall. Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. Once Trump is elected, he'll move to Reno and turn our nation into a casino. Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. When you look at the way Trump combs his hair, you know it takes no brains to be a billionaire. Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. Here's my solo. Every time I listen to Trump, I get so sick I have to take a dump. Kill for Trump. Kill for Trump. Go ahead, kill those unlawful alien invaders. Keep America a gated community. Kill for Trump.
Good key for the recording.
Okay. What about
Jill.
We're ready?
Jill is waiting.
Oh.
Jill just got here and she's waiting.
We're ready for the cake.
How about Carl?
Call.
Just go up there and pontificate about
Oh, you did? Okay.
the Messiah. We all.
Okay, so here comes the cake. I don't know if you heard about the cake. That's kind of the climax of our event.
We're here.
Yeah. So once the cake appears, there's a hope that we will sing Happy Birthday. If anyone wants to come on stage to help me sing Happy Birthday, I would appreciate it.
All right. You want to sing Happy Birthday?
Yeah. Where is that cake guy?
Cake guy, where are you?
Yeah, you should be singing this here. I still have it.
Oh yeah, well, just bring it in. You don't have candles. Where we at?
lawyer.
Thanks everybody for coming to one more TULI KUPFERBERG annual celebration. Thanks so much to Sparrow and to Thelma and to everybody who performed. Thanks to SIDEWALK for having us once again, and thanks to TULI as always for providing us so much wonderful music, so many wonderful poems and thoughts.
Please don't leave without eating cake.
And thanks to Thelma for providing this cake. Let's all join in and help each other eat this wonderful birthday cake.
Happy birthday, Mr. Messiah. Happy birthday to you.